Hey guys, so I just finished Galactic Implants and my personal experience and interpretation of that. And I used the word monitoring, being monitored by the Galactics and what the implants were doing for me. It's how I'm interpreting it. And so when I got off the video, Spirit was like, I think you need to go back in and clarify monitoring so people don't think that there's some gremlin behind a green curtain pushing all their buttons and controlling them, because that's not what it's about. It's a monitoring system, just like the planet has to be monitored for its climate. Just like the soil has to self-monitor to make sure that it naturally turns itself over and over. And if it isn't, what's the issue? How does that get fixed? How much sunlight, how much moonlight our physical bodies are exposed to? What's happening on the other planetary alignment that affect the Earth, and what's happening on the Earth that affect the other planetary alignment? Now let's talk about the physical body. It's on its self-regulating system. Everything that occurs goes to a nerve. The nerve carries the messages to the brain. And then the brain's got to do what it's got to do and sends things back out again. So we have voluntary and involuntary movement of the body. Things that we don't have to think about and things that we do have to think about. So we ourselves are governing and monitoring ourselves, making sure that we are in homeostasis and in balance, that we are monitoring our environment of where we live so that it's not unhealthy, so that we are monitoring our food and drink intake so that it's in balance and homeostasis and keeping us healthy. So we've had civilizations, as they show me, they always say, don't get caught up in a new species, that we're going to become a new species. It's a new civilization. So if you actually just take a second to go back to prehistoric, historic, pre, okay? And just go by what you've been shown, because unless you've done a regression work with me, and it's important to know that life, you're not going to remember all of it in Technicolor. But let's just go back to prehistoric stuff, and then to historic stuff, and then post-prehistoric, and then as we incline all the way up into today, we can look back at all that and go, my God, how did anyone survive, right? Well, there was a monitoring system going on then for evolution of Earth, evolution of humans, evolutions of animals, evolutions of plants, the evolution of things. Let's just fast forward to just in the last 25 years. You went from telephones and party lines and switchboards to in-house phones to rotary to dial to cordless to speakers into cell phones. And you look back and you're like, how did I make it through my day with that prehistoric telephone? So we're evolving and being monitored while we're evolving to keep the homeostasis and balance of our individual avatar, but also the avatar of the Earth and the planets around it. And do you think for 1 second any of this occurred without the galactic and angelic families and divine prime source creator of all that is? And many galactics get confused with the angelics because there's belief systems out there that want you to not know about the galactics, okay? They only want you to know angels, God, angels, God, angels, God. And there's all different realms of evolved beings there. We are terrestrial. They are extraterrestrial. And then there's extra, 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 because the layers go all the way up and out and around. And so we ourselves as humans are evolving into a new civilization. Don't get caught up on new species and all the talents that you may or may not have, okay? Don't get caught up on that. When I work with the children, they're always like, huh? Like, we all have it. We do. We just have to tap into that extra sensory perceptions. So I got a lot of visuals and downloads about these 2 implants that are going on in my body. And, you know, when I first learned about implants many moons ago, I was a little pissed. I was like, what? Who put that in me without telling me? I don't think so. And I would pay people to get rid of them. And I'd be like, then I slowly learned through my own downloads that there are certain mechanisms in place to keep you healthy. Just like the arrhythmic pump of the heart. It's got to do what it's got to do to keep things moving and keep life in your body. And to keep you in balance and in the highest, in the best health so that you can function optimally. Okay? So anyway, I'm hearing that's enough. Please enjoy Galactic Implants. It's my personal interpretations, perceptions of what has gone on with me personally that I really don't share. But Spirit was like, it's time to get out there and start sharing some of the things that I deal with and love, honestly. And I get perplexed and I get a little pissy because I talk to them just like I do you. And I will ignore them, get mad and be like, I don't understand what you are saying. Or they may fly by, right? Or I may see things in the sky. And then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to look anymore because you didn't stop right in front of my sky screen. I've been here on the same channel waiting for this sky screen to show me exactly what my brain can interpret. And you all just moved over there. So have fun with it. Have fun with it. You are part of them. They are you. You are them. That is what my higher self said in 2017 when I kept saying, what's your name? What's your name? What's your name? And they kept saying, I am you, you are me. I am you, you are me. I was like, okay, well, that's great. So what's your name? I am you and you are me. Uh-huh. So could you tell me your name? It's like this comedy show. So don't try to figure everything out with your linear self. Allow yourself to evolve and to grow because it's amazing. It's mystical. It's magical. I can promise you. And I look forward to putting things together where I can share more information, maybe with larger groups of people. All right? Much love. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you on the next video. Comments.